In question number 7, it says a tennis player moves in a straight line path as shown in figure P2.7. Find her average velocities in the time intervals A, 0 to 1 seconds, B, 0 to 4 seconds, C, 1 to 5 seconds, and D, 0 to 5 seconds. Okay, the concept here is average velocity. Now, it's not just average velocity, but it's average velocity and that of a motion graph. In other words, we need to be able to make interpretations from this motion graph. So we have two concepts going on in this problem. One, a position time motion graph. Two, we have to extract information to construct an average velocity calculation from it. Average velocity, if you remember, is change in displacement or change in position over time, displacement over time, which can be rewritten as x final minus x initial over t final minus t initial. So if we begin to fill this out, I always begin by filling out the time intervals first. So the time interval from 0 to 1 second, I would go 1 second minus 0. And then I would go up to the graph, and at 1 second, we can see we go up to a position of 4 meters. So 1 second corresponds to 4 meters, minus 0 seconds corresponds to 0 meters, which is 4 meters per second. Part B, similarly, we're going from 0 to 4 seconds. So our time interval would be 4 seconds minus 0. At 4 seconds, we have a position of negative 2 meters. At 0 seconds, we have a position of 0. In case we get negative 2 over 4, or negative a half a meter per second. Letter C, we're going from 1 to 5 seconds. So my time interval would be 5 seconds minus the 1 second for a 4-second time interval. At 5 seconds, we have a position of 0 on the graph. And at 1 second, we have a position of 4. So taking negative 4 over 4, we get an average velocity of negative 1 meter per second. And letter D, we have an interval from 0 to 5 seconds. So 5 seconds minus 0. At 5 seconds, we are at a position of 0 meters. And at 0 seconds, we are at a position of 0 meters, meaning the tennis player has returned to the place she started, which means there is no change in position and thus no displacement. So 0 divided by 5 gives us 0 average velocity.